All right, good evening. Welcome to JCCR Racing. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and joining us. So join us, subscribe, join to the JCCR Racing crew where we've got a great mix of beginner drivers and intermediate drivers like myself, as well as some pro drivers that come in, some A class, B class, and C class drivers who give fantastic tips and tricks, and I do my best to provide a handful of tips and show you how safe, smart driving will get you wins. They'll get you wins. You just have to keep a handful, or I'd say maybe 2 handfuls of tips at heart in your mind. So we are going to get started here for some intense online racing. We are racing some real drivers. And if you like to race and are on a controller, don't feel bad. You can get started even if you are a beginner. So wow, a lot of bumping going on. This is a mix of Mario Kart racing and Twisted Metal. As you can see, some cars are throwing some red turtle shells at us. And you got some donkeys in the lobby who are just here to bang on their chest and throw up bananas at the competition, but we are going to do our best to race clean, and let's find out whether we finish on top or burn and crash in the process. Already a few off the track from some excessive violence. We're going to try to avoid this nonsense. Oh, let's see. Oh, very nice. Actually didn't get too pushed on, and that's probably potentially a semi-accidental pushing, which is fine. So I'm going to be very clean. You've got, that must be what car is blowing out smoke like that? Maybe it's the brakes locking up. I don't know, but it was not pretty. You do not want black smoke coming out of your car. Oh, we're not setting this corner up very well at all. Oh, we got a ghosted car. Oh, and there's that Ferrari coming back. Throwing out a red turtle shell from the red Ferrari. No reason to be hitting us at this point because he is going out of his way to hit us because he's going way out of the line he should be driving. And I don't think we'll get any more kindness coming from Angry Freed or Fried Bird. Fredbird, I don't know, but it is darn dirty. This lobby is filled with double D's. You got the double D's counting as dirty dogs, and the even worse, dirty donkeys coming in to spear us into another stratosphere because they do believe they're playing WWE wrestling. They believe they are The Rock or something, wanting to choke slam us, but it is a war zone in this lobby tonight. We just moved into the C class. We officially have been kicked out of the D class, unfortunately, because we were running top of the D class, meaning we had starting to get easier and easier finishes with S class. That's the safety rating. We were driving with the safest drivers, and still it was Dirty Dog Racing. So welcome to Dirty Dog Racing, where you're going to see some epic battles, some sweet takeovers, and once I get into a half decent out of this space out the pack, I will get into a few basic tips that we need to keep in mind. Whether you're a pro trying a new track and the muscle memory isn't there, and you kind of have to go back to the basics. So we're going to do our best to use the whole track to ride over the apex, cut diagonally through each turn, or most of them, 90% of them. Going wide to avoid an accident, and at some point just have to let go of the brakes, otherwise we would have slid right off the track, come back into the apex. Now this corner, some of the fastest drivers in the world don't actually use the full corner right there, but here I'm definitely missing the apex, and that's not great. You definitely want to go up on this apex so we can throttle down. That's very short, not really a straightaway, but very short little moment before we jump on into another turn and bendy. Ooh, going a little too hard over as people are going a wee bit slow. But yes, we're in the C class now, so all these drivers are generally faster than us, but I do believe safe, smart driving with a handful of tips and tricks will get us through. And we've got one of the best communities when it comes to the live chat. We've got several fantastic drivers dropping tips and tricks on a daily, regular basis, and they are just absolutely fantastic. Hopefully they'll trickle in as the night progresses. We usually start just a little bit later. Ooh, you can see the 911 getting unbuckled there, and we do talk about the best cars to use based on the driver's strengths and weaknesses. I used to teach tennis, and I think that when you have just the right mindset, you can pick up most skills pretty quickly, as long as you're willing to put your ego aside, accept that it might be a little embarrassing, but you put the work in when focusing on the right strategies, turning those into actions, you will get better. And we started off in E class, and now we're up to C. And we've been doing this for only a month, really. We put down the steering wheel. We played about a year ago for a month. Daughter was born, put down the steering wheel for a year, and now I am back and here to stay. So do join in the community, the JCCR racing community. If you're one of the first 1,000 subscribers, you're part of the OG racing community, the racing crew. So several of our members have reminded me in the chat and general community knowledge sharing, so let's learn and grow together. They've been great. They've been reminding me to go in. When you go on the slow turns, for example, on first, it's for rotating the nose of the vehicle. But then before taking off, you go in second so you don't slide out. If you're in a mid-engine, oh, and we've been punted by a dirty donkey punching us, and we're going to get a penalty there, because the game does not care why you get across the track. Pretty sure we're going to get a penalty. Yeah, there you go. 1.5 second penalty for being completely punted off. So a tad bit frustrating, because the car that punted us, probably no penalty at all, no consequence. So online racing is very rewarding. The highs are high and the lows are low. So welcome to Dirty Dog Racing. Either way, I want to be playing sim racing because, well, if I take one of my cars in the real world to a racetrack, I will not have insurance. I need to make sure that I have some sort of idea of what I am doing. Woo, that car was coming in hot for us. So hot that he just did a garbage job going through the corner. That is a shark looking, hunting for blood. Well, let's not put any blood in the water. Let's stay quick enough. Oh, there we go. A little more spicy little matter. Oh, of course, we got that dirty penalty. We got pushed off the track. We ate the penalty, and likely it was Indy Lambo having a manufacturer confusion, as he's called Lambo, but he's driving a 911. Well, I guess he identifies as a Lambo, and that's his prerogative. It is none of my business, as long as it doesn't make it part of my business, which he kind of did when he played the donkey and came and punched us from behind. So surprisingly, it looks like everyone here had an S safety rating, and they're driving like just wild pack animals. I'm going to go check to see if there's anything going on in the chat. Please, as you peruse, drop a howdy or a hello. So there we go. 12th position. Not great, but we're warming up. Starting the night off, as usual, going from 0 to hero. Many of these lives I'm able to finish with a podium position, making the end ever so sweet. Now, it'd be great if they greatly increased the credits for the top 10 cars. Give first place like 5 million, third place, get it down to 2 million, and then break down 2 million all the way down to, 100,000 for 10th, but then make people responsible for the damage they cause to other cars. And when they no longer have the credits, the dinero, the cheddar, Make them go earn their cheese the long and boring way. Have them go play out of credits. You can't get online. You have to go farm offline. So that way clean drivers get to play online with more clean drivers, and the dirty ones get kicked off. And it's kind of like a 2-3 hour timeout. It's like, don't let people come and play online unless they have 2 million in credits that they could, because that's what you could potentially lose. You hit a car really hard, it's like, oh, you would have totaled that car in the real world. You owe that guy $2 million for his $2 million race car. Next, go farm. But I think, oddly, it's as if Gran Turismo 7 has calculated that there are far more dirty drivers than clean drivers, and it's as if they're catering the game to the dirty dogs and dirty donkeys of the world. And it's funny because the type of decisions, utilitarian decisions, that, let's say, Gran Turismo is making, politicians also can think in the same manner. So it is important to work towards having a good education system in a society to produce good adults. Otherwise, it slowly gets worse and worse, like the degeneration that is going on in online play. Makes me think of Warzone when a new lobby came out where it was sort of really teamed based, and you could team up with other base, and it was teams. You could team up with other teams, squads, and the goal was just to get your missions accomplished. And for like 6 months, 7 months, people worked really hard to be kind and not tackle each other. But then because the game didn't really penalize, people would just go around in like the easy, less good quality lobby where you work on missions instead of the goal is not to take out other people. It's worth the same as taking out an AI. And then you just have these like hunters go in and just pick fights with everyone and be all proud that they're taking out all the worst players in the world and feel great about themselves. Well, then it slowly became just a total crap fest. So Brooklyn's one son, great job with that gold finish. Jordo with the silver, and Captain Crunch, I believe, with the third.
Johnny, Bear_Cuddles for you, has left the room.
So I'm going to go check out the chat here, see what's going on. So we're playing Sunday night in our part of the world, and we're going to get into the 12:30 race. We're going to continue to drive the Porsche 911, but we do need to pick for the Manufacturers Cup coming up on this Wednesday. We're going to go into the Manufacturers Cup, and we need to pick whether we're going to pick the manufacturer Porsche. I have two of them in the real world, two 911s, or if we're going to go with Ferrari. I absolutely love driving the Ferrari in this game, but not quite sure yet what we're going to do there. I've had a lot of trouble previously driving the 911 on Interlagos, which is going to be one of the Manufacturers Cup races, as well as Suzuka Circuit that I absolutely love. I do both. Suzuka Circuit, I'm faster in the 911, and I am fastest with the Lamborghini on the Interlagos track. But talking about best cars, I find the Lamborghini is an all-or-nothing car. I don't often lose control, but when I do, I epically lose control. Whereas the Ferrari, it's a very controllable wipeout. So anytime you want to get faster, and we're over the next few days, starting Monday, we're going to be getting better at those races like Suzuka. I'll show you how. Well, we're going to earn a lot of credits, and we're going to practice our skills for the upcoming Manufacturers Cup, and hopefully this will encourage you also to practice for the Manufacturers Cup. So let's learn and grow together. So one thing we definitely want to do as we wait for the next race to start up, let's throw on a world-class, world speed, third fastest in the world at this track. Throw in their ghosts and see how are they driving this track. So here we go in the Porsche 911. You're watching JCCR Racing. Thank you so much for watching this live episode. And if you're not watching it live, well, I encourage you to do so. Thank you so much for watching it not live, but if ever you want to watch live, drop comments, help the community out, help this racer out, go from zero to hero. then check us out. We usually start at 9 or 9:30 at night. Oh, pretty much every night. And that would be Eastern time, so GMT Zone 5. So braking all the way to the apex. Going back to the next apex. And yeah, world fastest drivers do not go all the way to the next apex on that section. See right where they turned in, and yeah, when you turn in there, you can go through there pretty quick. Wow. Wowza. A little oopsie doopsie there as that world-class car gets quite a bit ahead of us. Didn't get to see their turn-in point, but I think we're close-ish. Shot in the dark. Now I have set my ghost to reset. So yeah, I've got a problem with that last section. I'm doing it a wee bit too slow, but I wonder how much off I'm going to be off my best lap. The Lambo. Surprisingly, I just got in the Lambo and drove really fast. It took me, I think it was my 3rd lap that I got that time, but for whatever reason, can't recreate it, but getting awfully close, only 0.3 off. Following a ghost, definitely world-class ghost, definitely helps, and that section was better than last time. Got to rev out the 911. Now, if you don't like really revving out a car, you like an early shifter, the 911 isn't going to be for you. The NSX isn't for you. The Ferrari 458 Italia isn't for you, but the Lambo, it does. It does like the early shifts, just like the Dodge Viper and the Corvette. All great cars. Braking right into the apex really helped there. Saw the turning point going a little too hot, so I don't get back on the throttle as early, and I'm losing out to my own ghost here. So going in first, come out in second in most cars, but the 911 actually has a very usable first gear, and I guess a lot of the 911s are like that because my 1999 and 2000 911s have a really usable first gear. Unlike a Mustang V8, a Mustang GT, first gear is just for getting you rolling basically. And that can be corrected by buying a Shelby GT350 with the world famous, world-class Tremec transmission. Is absolutely fantastic. I love my Shelby with that transmission. 6-speed Tremec. Really cuts across the grass. I was really late there, but at least I got to see how he does it. And we will be ready for the track, for the online race. Starting up in 8 seconds. So thank you very much for watching the show. Let's get it on. Let's get in some intense online racing, battling it out. And whether we're battling out for a pole position or battling out for not finishing last, we don't give up. Just like in life, we don't cry quit. We don't rage quit. Try to keep cool and keep moving forward. Now, we just got into the C-Class, so we need to be, just like in life, when you want to get something accomplished, it's great to have a dream, but you need to break your dream down into realizable goals, that each of those small goals that are achievable get you towards that big goal, the dream. So you need to set up those small achievements, small goals. Set them up, whether it's a daily goal, ideally, or a weekly goal, working towards your dream that could take 5 or 10 years to accomplish, but all those little wins do help get you started. It does move you in the right direction, even if it's only putting 10 or 15 minutes per day towards your dream. If at the end of the day, you can tell yourself, wow, I got that thing done, I've unlocked an achievement, I've accomplished something towards my dream, and give yourself the pat on the back, get those chemicals in the brain to unleash, get that feel good, happy feeling from accomplishing something, and you will to move towards your goal. So I can't sit here and say, like I did in D class, I'm going to, get a pole position by the end of the night. I need to be realistic. So I think we need to, we got Captain Clutch. I'm going to call him Captain Crunch up there because he's pushed us around, I think, quite a few times, if I recall correctly. We're going to work and say, look, setting up a goal, definitely want to try to finish 6th for the night. Last night we did get a 6th or a 7th. Formula GT, thank you so much. Welcome back, friend. How are you? How was your weekend? Maybe you're already Monday where you're at, but we're Sunday night here, and I'm wondering, how was your weekend? Are you looking forward to going back to work or school? And have you done anything to mentally prepare yourself for your Monday, the Monday deeds? I hope you don't have too much of the Monday blues coming up. We're off for the week. I'm on holidays, but I am going to go into work tomorrow night for a couple hours, maybe from 6 to 8. But then when I get home, I'm going to be ready to start practicing up for the Manufacturers Cup. I've got a decent little chance. Just got to figure out, because I actually know the 4 races. Love Spa, Interlagos. Here we are. Been practicing it. Suzuka. Have an idea of how to drive that. The circuit, Suzuka circuit. Just need to figure out, are we going to race Ferrari or 911? Oh, and we got pushed right off the track at the beginning. And one tip that's important is keep your map on with these dirty dogs. And it's great because this game's so messed up. We got kicked off the track and no penalty for the punter. And I bet we're going to pick up a 1.5 second penalty here. If we don't, that would actually be great. I might actually gain some respect here. Trying to get to the radar and drive at the same time is a really bad idea. It's like texting and driving. It's deadly. So that time penalty, though, I did deserve because I was not driving safely. And I've learned really well that driving unsafely, I'm quite positive from our experiences in the last couple weeks, does drop your safety rating, because we were C rating, picked up a whole bunch of time penalties, got kicked down to D, and every time we were about to get pushed back into C, I'd get some penalties, and then they'd stop mixing us up with C class drivers and D drivers. So here we go from the bottom of the pack. The goal is to climb, make a small victory. See if we can pass 4 or 5 cars here. One coming right up. So we're going to be using safe, smart driving to the best of our ability. Sometimes you can't just help a donkey. Can't help it, but a donkey comes from behind, punches you off the track. But we're not giving up here. Oh, Captain Clutch is out. I wonder if it was Captain Clutch that punched us off the track, because been having a little, I know the other night he was pretty brutal. Starting to go through there a wee bit faster. Double downshift. Get the apex here, try to get up to the next one. Just, oh, not too bad. Started turning too early. That was no good. No bueno. And we can tell we're in C class driving because we're not just easily passing everybody. We're gonna have to wait for them to make a mistake and pass them when it is safe. All right, enjoying sim racing quite a bit. Great way to learn perseverance, some discipline, control of one's emotions. All right, let's speed down here, start braking a little before the 50, get the turn in. as NGR was saying last night, get the turn in a little later than I was doing it. I was turning in too early. Wasn't having the stones to drive far enough into the corner. But yes, turning in a little bit later at the right speed certainly does get the nose pointing in the right direction and ensures that I'm not driving too much over the apex and picking up time penalties and getting my safety rating kicked back into the D class. Woo, that was close to being out. So we are climbing positions here. 6 positions up if we still had 16 racers. Like to remind everyone that in racing, as in life, you got to be last sometimes. You got to be the best last position that's ever lived and ever existed, so you can keep getting better and better. Keep practicing. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. When you're positive that things are as bad as they possibly can get, good news. You can remind yourself, things can only get better now. I've hit absolute rock bottom. And if then things get worse, well then you have truly discovered that there is a lower rock bottom. And then things can only get better. We just need to learn from our mistakes. It is human to make mistakes, human to err. Getting a nice clean pass from Persuasion. Great work there. Love the racing there, Persuasion. Oh, let's see. This could be, another clean one. That NSX certainly is handling well. Oh, it's getting really, the pack is tight. We are all rolled up real tight here. I'm gonna go wide and turn in. Almost squeaking by. Oh yes, we have squeaked by. Now, the 911 on the candies sometimes scares me. It doesn't seem like, I'm not in a good spot. Oh, and we've been punted. That does not help our cause. High 4Z, whatever, can't spell, can't drive. Dirty, dirty dog. It is a light tap. I much prefer that than a complete boot. He didn't just 100% use me instead of his brakes, but he definitely forgot his brakes. Ooh, he pushed it too hard, and we are moving up. We're now in 8th with a lot of nice positions up for grabs. I am licking my chops here. Time to make some steak. Let's throw these boys on the barbecue. Serve up some steaks. The best, absolute best revenge in life is success. So I'd love to pass pushy hype phase up there. We just got to focus on our brake points, turn in at the right spots, and we could have this. We could grab hype phase, use first gear for rotation. Got great tips last night from the crew. The 911 handles fantastically. I'm very tempted, being that I am a 911 owner, to take this for the Manufacturers Cup. I also have a Shelby GT350, but that's just not drivable, I find, in this game. Or it is drivable if I had a lot of talent. It is very, very difficult. Anyways, it's a Mustang GT. Oh, what's going on? And we got 6th right off. We got our goal. So just like in life, make some attainable goals on the way to your dream and break up that dream or that ultimate big goal into a whole bunch of small attainable goals Give yourself the reward, and that doesn't mean eat ice cream every single time, because if you set up a lot of little mini goals to feel great about yourself, well, that'll be a lot of ice creams, and you might end up being a little too out of shape to attain your goal at the end. But here we go. Let's see what's going on in the live chat. So that's a win for the JCCR team here. We've got our live chat folks. We've got Formula GT in the house. Thank you, friend. And we've got Christopher Bieber back. Way to go. This race has killed my DR. Yeah, no kidding. This is a DR killer. I've gone from DRB to almost DRD. Yeah, I love that comment because I totally get it. It's been killing my safety rating because of the time penalties. You get booted off, or your DR gets ruined because people boot you off next to no penalty, or none, often, for the booter. Gran Turismo needs to work on this, otherwise you're going to lose their clean racers. And dirty racers, after a while, they get tired of, they think it's hilarious when they do a race and they're dirty and no one's dirty to them. But if all the good clean racers are gone, it's just going to be left with those hardcore dirty boys, and they'll get tired too. The weakest of the pack will get eaten week by week, and people will drop off. Just like in society, if you allow society to be lawless, or you have laws but you don't enforce them, and you just let all sorts of crime to prevail because you don't have any reasonable punishments or deterrents for those crimes, things get worse and worse. And your good people just move away. All right, let's check this out. First place, Idil Zadani. Thanks for making your name real hard, but your car is super flashy. Cool skin there, buddy. So we got a first place for him in his Huracan GT3, and that is the meta car this week for Interlagos. You got Spicy Little Matter with, he's gone up in speed and he hasn't gone down in safety, so good job. A clean win from the Oreo GTR Nismo. We got JJ up there with the Mercedes AMG GT3. If you're looking for a tank, that's the one, but do realize it feels very heavy when driving. It's a heavy pig. Fat pig driving that. It's not light handling like the McLaren or the Ferrari. You've got Reckless Racing in fourth. Good job, but your safety rating went down. So did you play dirty to get that win with that FT1 VGT? Hype Phase. Yeah, we did finish behind Hype Phase though, so we want to get back in a race with Hype Phase, and we definitely want to beat that out. Now I want to spread some kindness into the world, so I'm going to take a minute to say congratulations to the winners here, and not going to say thanks for the clean race because that was very, very dirty, and I was starting to get pretty frustrated. Oh, cool. Christopher Bieber. Let me know how I'm supposed to say that, but Christopher, or just say Christopher, or CB. We've got CB here, Christopher Bieber. The race, he chose the AMG for the Manufacturer Cup, and I am going to cover ways that we can make a lot of credits and pick up the experience we need for the Manufacturer's Cup. So Monday, Tuesday, I don't know. I'll probably do some daily racing, but I'm also going to be doing some non-live videos just to show people farming techniques to get lots of credits. And we're just going to have fun picking up credits, money, and skill for the upcoming Manufacturers Cup. Hopefully people won't be quite as dirty as the last, World Series race where they're just desperate to pull off any dirty trick just to take one position. Okay, great. So it is Christopher Bieber. Very, very cool. Now, let's see. Let's see if we can increase our speed with the 911. Now, there's a lot of cars that I like, and I like them all for different reasons. But the Interlagos track here, I know the Lambo is meta, it's top. It is the car to take, but I'm having trouble keeping it on the track. I either go really, really quick or no go. So let's try to perfect things, not perfect things, but get better here in the 911 with its very good handling, and it really holds the track. And I was surprised ChatGPT was saying this is a much easier car to drive than the Ferrari 458, and I disagree. I find I guess it's a matter of getting used to it. The Ferrari 458 Italia has its quirks, like if you release the brake too quickly, it pops the nose. And that was all wrong, and I want to make sure that my brain doesn't remember that as something that's acceptable. So let's start it over. Try to do a quick lap, a fast lap here in the Porsche 911 to get ready for some online racing. We just finished, what was that? Was it 6th? I think it was 6th. Yeah, with Hype Phase in 5th. Hopefully we meet up with him again and beat him this time. So here we got to turn in a little later than we've been turning in. Hopefully didn't get a penalty. I think we're still on the candies. 911, you got to rev it out like the McLaren and the Ferrari 458, as well as the NSX. Braking all the way to the apex, slowly releasing the brake as we get to the apex, and then slowly getting into the accelerator. Gonna race it to the 50. Double downshift. Turn a little later than I was way too early on that turn in previously. Use first gear to rotate the car through the turn, and second for taking off. But the 911 does have a usable first gear. It's not just a gear for spinning. You can actually drive in it, which is actually pretty nice. And the real 911s in the real world are the same way, and they have been for generations. Oh, this seems well, it didn't feel fast. Everything in the 458 feels really, really fast. The NSX is the same way, and then I get a very slow time. But I think this was fast for me. Oh, no, it wasn't that fast. Okay, so let's see. Maybe it's the first turn. Yeah, here we go. We didn't cut that enough. And because we didn't cut in enough, the last lap, we could not be back on the accelerator nearly early enough, but that was a lot faster. I think we're going to know all about that being faster as soon as we go through this section. Yeah, so a little more than half a second faster. A little throttle up the hill. Hopefully that wasn't a penalty. If so, great learning opportunity. Yeah, so that was too much off the track. So good to learn it here, where we won't get a hit on our safety rating. Was not supposed to let go of the throttle there. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat with the JCCR racing crew here, giving out the best tips on the market.
Twitch Emerson Matthias __.
Biber. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much, Christopher. Oh, we've got a racer called Shake and Bake. Oh, Shake and Bake. Right on. Very cool. So let's check this out. Oh no, we're mixed in with B racers now. This is getting harder and harder. The times are getting faster. So we got Brooklyn One Sun with a 132.4. Don Pablo, a B-class racer, but D rating. If you have a SRD and you're wondering what that means, it means you drive like a dirt bag or a dirty dog or whatever D word you want to think that isn't very complimentary. And then we got a BB. So this is going to be a very, very interesting race. Probably extremely dirty. If we get anywhere near the top of the pack, those are Cerebral Assassins, even fourth. BB rating. Very fast, very dirty, because let's face it, even with a safety rating of S, a good amount of drivers are S drivers, and still pretty dirty, pretty frustrating. They'll make your face go as red as Mario's cap back there. Now, Mario, I need you in the live chat giving out good tips because Mario never plugs in his headset. So he's giving out the worst tips because there's none. It's as if his head is filled with stuffing. And, well, Darth Vader is just negative. Nothing positive coming out of that guy. So let's get racing on the JCCR Racing YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind, it'd really help us out. And it'd be really appreciated. Smash that like button. Subscribe. It's free. And if you don't mind, turn bell notifications on so you don't miss any intense racing, because I want us to learn and grow together and go from zero to hero as we put the pedal to the metal on all sorts of race cars to figure out what race cars are the best. Oh, we've been pushed. Oh, and we've been pushed again. This is wild. Wild. So again, just like last race, we're in last, but who knows? Maybe we'll finish in 6th. A little higher, a little lower, but we're not giving up. Oh, the dirty, dirty, dirtiness. No time penalties on the cars in front. GT7 not going for realism at all. Just going to keep their dirty driver customer base happy and letting this turn into a bloodbath, an online war zone. And by war zone, I mean the actual game, which is become very frustrating to play online. Well, I can understand when it's the actual Warzone drop-in and it's player versus player, but when it's mission mode and people go in there to feel good about themselves by taking out other players, when that's really not how the game, that section is supposed to go, can be frustrating. So here at least you got 4.5 seconds. Wondering if that's for excessive dirtiness or just for driving off the track. But in case it's for driving off the track, we need to get away from those drivers and stay ahead. Oh, geez, the 4-second did not get his slowdown. So we've got a potential donkey coming in, smelling bananas, and ready to go full chest pound on us. So I'm going to go extra wide, leave him all sorts of room. Hopefully he'll just pass and be gone with it. But no, I think I need to outrace him, because even going wide and slow to let him by, and then I figured I'd just hunt behind him and hopefully we'd move up the pack together. I don't think that's going to be a possibility. Braking all the way to the apex and a little too late on the brakes there. So here we go, leaving him the space. I do not want any of his business. Playing with the throttle there, really light on the throttle to not slide out. So front engine car, it'd be more about sliding out, over rotating the rear end. Now we are gonna we don't even have to plan our pounce. He will get slowed down. The game's putting him in a cold shower to cool off. There we go. Still plenty of laps to make some good moves. We've got the radar, of course, at the bottom of the screen. It's really have to look away to pick that up, but it's pretty important to keep an eye on that, and I do have trouble due to how close I'm sitting to the screen.
Square 9,264. Square 9,264 has left the room. Square 9,264. Square 9,264.
Really got to rev out this 911. Fantastic handling car. One of the best in the game. Really good, versatile tool. It's good to great on every track. I don't think it's bad really on any track, but you do want to keep it off the grass. This is not made, if you're a lawnmower, you mow a lot of lawns here. This is not a tractor. Oh, and there's the 1 second penalty that I said I had learned in the practice lap. So there's the 1 second coming up. That was not safe, smart driving. That was silly, silly driving. Try to hunt these apexes. Go from the outside to the inside of just about every turn. So we're gonna get past right here. 1 second is a lot. So I'm not gonna try to defend the position when he's going at that much faster, but we'll work hard to pass this Lambo, this meta Lambo. And the 911 held better through that corner than the Lambo. Lambo worries me when you go off track. Worries me on the candy canes, that back end. She's a slippery one. Oh, I did a little excessive braking there to not crash. Slowing down. Gotta plan the attack here. Cannot lose to a Lamborghini. Racing the enemy here. That Lambo's just filled with Audi and Volkswagen parts anyways. Just a little trash talk for joke's sake. Lambos are pretty awesome. But I do really like the Audi R8. Oh, working hard not to hit him. Normally would not have braked that much. I would have turned in and cut the corner, but I was going to drive into him. So not a bad line, not the greatest line taken to avoid an accident. I am not a punter here. Oh, he's a lot better at taking that first turn. So let's see if we can get him on any of the next turns. Was much more careful not to pick up that that 1 second penalty. Now, if you're finding any of this helpful or entertaining, hit that like button, help us out, help get these videos out so that YouTube will suggest the content or at least offer it in people's feed. Want to build the community here. Oh, we're starting to close the gap, but I think it's too little, too late. Not quite close enough, I think, to get a slipstream advantage, but we did, it looks like, take a position there from that ghost car. I think one more lap, and we would have had the Lambo. So that was actually a B-class racer. So yeah, definitely a faster, better driver. B is for just better than me. And it would have been dangerous passing him because he has a B safety rating, which is pretty low. But fourth with a D rating, wow. That's uber low. Mucho trouble. All right. So we did raise 2 positions. It's a very small victory in life. You get better at something, give yourself a pat on the back. You're getting better. So 2 positions up from where we started, but where we started, we actually got kicked back into the last place because that lap 1, well, you can't call it an accident. The car that punted me did it deliberately, so we'll call it an assassination. We got murdered off the track. Here we go. So, Emerson, good job. You got your B safety rating up and you finished first, so you got that first cleanly and fairly. Ricky Bobby, you got second, but you got a C rating. At least it didn't go down. Orange, moving up, competing with those B racers. Good job, and very cleanly, your safety rating of S. I believe that is the highest. Certainly haven't seen higher. It has gone up. And Don Pablo, good job. You have a B for speed. You're a very fast driver, and this time at least you're a D rating. So you've been a very, very dirty dog in the past, but at least today you had a clean race. Good job, guys. And number 6, what an interesting name. Check that out. That is an interesting name and an interesting car to be driving. Maybe what he's suggesting is that the Supra GT500 as engine oil is using Johnson & Johnson Vaseline, because that is an oil product. Now, let's get into another race. Seven minutes, lots of time here to try out another car from the garage. So let's see. Maybe my 133 was just pure luck. Let's see if I can do anything close with, switching to the Lamborghini here. No real. Can't say that I've got recent experience, recent enough, because each car is a little different. You kind of need to drive it differently. But my real choice is whether we go with Porsche for the Manufacturers' Cup or Ferrari. Drives really, really well. So far, quite easy. Feels great. Light handling. Let's see what the lap time looks like. How fast can we get this? This car is so fast on this track. Needed to go further into that, so turn in later. Also needed to dig deeper, get deeper into that corner. Wow, this Lamborghini is so easy to drive. But it feels like a fast lap, but let's see if it actually is. .134.4, so I can do that in the Porsche. So no obligation to take this car. That was bad. That was really bad, but at least I can see that I can keep the Lambo under control. But from a pure looks and practicality standpoint, and the fact that I will never own a Lamborghini, I am too into the unattainability realm. Yeah, let's say it's just built on the mineral unattainium. It's unattainable. The maintenance, the repairs, the overall just initial cost of the vehicle, and I just prefer the look of a Ferrari or the Ferrari 458 or the 911. Let me know what your favorite car or cars are in the game. So come down here to Manufacturers Cup this week. Figure out what races you need to practice in advance. You've got Suzuka Circuit, Daytona Road Course, Circuit de Spa Francorchamps, and the Autodromo de Interlagos. You can test those out. Go on and race the AI and really probably squash them, be way in first, a minute ahead, but farm up credits while picking up experience in your preferred car, the one you're going to register the Manufacturers Cup with. So let's try it out here. The Transformers Ferrari. Look at that beauty. McLaren is awfully tempting, but I'm never fast in it. And the NSX, well, for the Manufacturers Cup, I just don't think I feel like racing Honda. It's too much in the normie zone. So I think 134 flat with the 911. It was as fast as I could get it. We got time to do a lap. I'm very curious. This thing certainly sounds better than the 911. That's so unbelievably unaffordable. So unless we completely crash, we now have time to put in one lap of practice at the 50. I have lost the touch for the Ferrari 458. Been driving the Porsche 911, so no time to get used back into the habit of driving the 458. So the best car, the car that you're going to dominate online with, or the car that dominates online, that meta car, is the car you're comfortable with, that you're consistent with, that you've learned its strengths and weaknesses and have matched up you've matched up the car's pros and cons with your strengths and weaknesses. Because a lot of these cars, these supercars, you can't bend them to your will. They'll bend you to their will. So you just gotta figure out what is their will and drive them how they want to be driven. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I am here for criticism. I'm here for comments. I'm here to learn and grow, and I hope that we all have the growth mindset, and we're all here to learn and grow. And while I'm on the topic, Prost, cheers, folks. Enjoying the evening with you all. Super Doofus, howdy ho. You got your personal best. Let's see, I got to drop down. Thank you for the comment here, Super Doofus. Got a new personal best in this race, 134.036. That's what we just got in the 911. Fantastic. In the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. Yeah, I love the Ferrari 458 Italia. It sounds so amazing. It's just pure music to drive. Love it, love it, love it. And for most of the week, the huge majority of the racing I've done has been in the 458. And I just got back the hang of driving the 911. And I personally find it very different how the 911 drive and the 458. Now I asked ChatGPT which is the better car for a beginner racer, and ChatGPT was saying the Porsche 911. But when I was driving the 458, I was like, Porsche 911, you got to be an expert driver. It's got all these quirks, and I just couldn't get it. I couldn't keep it on the track. It was very, very embarrassing. But it's weird. Once you get into the right habits with the Porsche 911, which is kind of attainable in the real world. You get a 996 model for, 15,000 US, 15 to 20,000 US for a decent one, 20 to 25,000 US for a very good one. And in Canada, you're going to be spending about 30,000 for a great 99611. Now that's the generation, that's 1999 to 2004. Your turbo models are more expensive, but don't have any engine issues. Very, very reliable. And your 1999 and some 2000s actually have the dual row IMS. So if you're shopping one of these cars, get one with the dual IMS, because the single row IMS, it's predicted that roughly 10% of the time grenades in the motor and completely destroys the motor, and it's a $25,000 repair. And that's why those 911s are affordable. You go before, you're going to spend over $100,000. You go just after that generation, you're going to spend starting at about $80,000. Then you go to the generation after that, and then you're well into the $100,000 mark or market. Loving the skin that Aussie Pug from Australia built, made for us. We've got the kindest, coolest racing community here. That's the wonderful people in the chat. Oh, and Lex looks like we'll be starting the race in last again. Well, not starting in last, but pushed to last. And let's make a miraculous comeback as these dirty dogs take each other out. I would have avoided that even if he wasn't ghosting. I'd rather not see any ghosting because it's inconsistent. I just want to see credit penalties. Whoa, avoiding an accident for the most part there. I don't know what was going on with people's ultra early braking there. I've seen faster drivers on a Sunday going to church. Families with two kids and baby seats in the back drive faster than that. That was wild. Everyone's braking was super early, and I mentally can't figure out why. Were there cheerleaders, or was it an ice cream truck on the side? Or for me, ice cream's great, but the smell of some barbecue steak, whoo, that would take my eyes off the road. Oh my goodness. I am shook up from the first accident. Oh, that is unfortunate, because that is all my fault. I'm going to take the blame for that. But no rage quitting or cry quitting here. We'll just get the focus back, work on our goal to, as we've just moved into the C class, got kicked out of the D class, now we're in the C class, gonna work on getting a 6th position, and now realistically, let's say 8th, let's try to climb 4 positions, because some of these racers are B class racers with really dangerous ratings, or at least they were last race. Alright, so I gotta maybe lift off the throttle to get just the right amount of track covered. So a handful of tips to help move us forward on the pack. We're gonna go wide and then miss the apex, so that was not voluntary. I was just trying to brake, turn in later, and I turned in a little too late. So let's race down to the 50, double downshift, try to get towards the apex here. Light on the throttle as the steering wheel's turned. And most cars, I could not be pushing it in first gear, but it's the 911 and it has meat to the bones. A lot of meat to that first gear. Ooh, so first, best lap just coming in at 131. That's 2 seconds faster than my fastest lap in, and I'm not driving the car that I got it in. That is, it's going to be tough in the C class. Tough to get a podium finish, but let's make some realistic goals. So the night does not feel like a wash. Braking a little too late there, or was it? Oh, it was very all right. Gotta watch out, 1 second penalty. Okay, that might be a time penalty, just from cutting too much track, going off track, overcutting, or sliding out. So it does not mean that he's a dirty dog, but we will have a nice overtake. We're gonna do it safely, and we're gonna strike at a safe moment. So because I went in too hot, we're back on the throttle far too late, and the gap widens with the car in front of us. Get down to the 50, double downshift, get the apex here. Going a little wide, good for practicing when there's traffic and everyone goes for that inner line. Well, there's our little practice for an outer line. That Lambo we've raced against before, and I wanted to, they beat us. I wanted to race with them again, but it looks like they have left. First is cooking. My goodness, First is up there cooking, probably all on his own. But let's do a nice pass here on Gambit. Go in, leave him the inside, and then take the next turn. So we left him the inside to one corner so we could get him on the next. There's no need to be spearing people into other stratospheres. Just need to use a bit of patience and a bit of brains to get the passes in. Oh, and he's gonna take me now because I've gone off. Very good clean take, Gambit. Enjoying racing with you, my friend. In the D class, a lot of people went up this hill slowly. You can take one, sometimes even two positions, making for some great epic overtakes. We are sticking to Gambit, but we've got to take a cold shower to cool off. The game says I was racing too hot, so we got that penalty there for racing too hot and going a little off track. And we got to be careful with the 911. This is no lawn tractor. Porsche does not make tractors, and their cars are not great at going off track. Took that all wrong, but we still got a chance here. Gambit makes a mistake, we'll be on him. Back on him. And we both made a mistake. I'll get a penalty, but his mistake was major. In first, get some rotation using the accelerator pedal. A little bit of steering with the rear wheels. Oh, and we're going to take another car on the last lap. That's always, you know, unfortunate when you're on your last lap and you're just losing out positions. Gonna nonetheless do a clean overtake. Dirty driving, I could hit him just the wrong way and spin off track. All right, 9th from the very bottom of the pack up to 9th. Gotta watch out. I gotta figure out that first turn. What do I do to not get bullied? Like I'm back in high school and, you know, didn't wear my belt properly or something. So Nick in first with a speed rating of B, so a very fast driver, but a C for safety. Let's see, did he get first by his speed, or was it because he played a little dirty? Did he play the dirty games? All right, NSR in the house. Hey, howdy ho. I was just earlier talking about how just the other evening you gave me tips on going a little further and deeper into the turn one, then turning in hard, and it is helping me with my time. Hey, JCCR, like deployed. RSR, good evening, friend.
has left the room. Tuna, aka
Okay,
Cactus,
Brooklyn
has
One
left the
Sun
room.
is your buddy in P3. Very, very cool. All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on the table here. Great job to first place, Nick. You finished with B rating fast. Your B rating went up very, very fast, and your C rating went up as well. Love it that you did it on a non-meta car. You took the Ferrari. Good job. Tuna in second. Brooklyn One Sun. Oh, that's your buddy. Okay, and he's in third. Fantastic. C Racer right there. We've got, and let's see where we finished up our S rating. We had a bit of trouble behind us and in front of us with some C rating drivers. So think of choice, spicy, juicy words starting with C that aren't very kind. Well, like that word they use in the UK quite often. So let's say clown. Their clown rating, they're in the clown rating, and it even went down. My goodness. But no, we kept our S rating. We're down there. Ninth doesn't look great, but I'm going to consider that a very small victory because we did make it up from absolute last because of how badly we got punted. So what cars dominate online? It's the cars that you can predict how they're going to behave. You know their pros and cons, and you're able to actually match them to your strengths and weaknesses, and that's why I need a car with fantastic brakes. The trouble I got into in that race was from braking a little too last minute. So I think the Ferrari 458 brakes are just a little bit better. So I am a little bit faster with the 458, but it's just such in the unobtainability realm that I love driving the 911 because it's actually a car I can have, not that a car I can have, I actually have one. And if I didn't have the two 911s and the Shelby, well, then I could have a much newer 911. So the racing medium tires are on. Let's get this loaded up and see what's going on in the chat here. So at RSR, thank you so much for the tips. Let's read it right here. First tip, first turn. If you're in traffic, stay to the left and guard the apex. Oh, very cool. Thank you. If you have a good lead on the car behind you, go wide, right, then turn in. Oh, of course, because it's when I'm turning in. When we're turning in, we get the chance someone comes and spears right through us and spears us into another stratosphere. Super Doofus saying the first turn, slow down a little more, then you should stay far left for your two left wheels off the track. When you cut back to the right, you'll have more speed out of in the heart. Yeah. So stick to the left, then set up the next turn. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. And NSR, what do you think, buddy? Super Doofus, what do you think? Do we go into the Manufacturers Cup here on JCCR Racing? Do we do it with the 911? Or do we do it with the Ferrari 458? Looking at that mix of tracks, either car I'm not going to say I can master, but I can survive. I can bend my will to their will, to the car's will. I love the fact that both are high revving, they're both fast. I just don't feel like getting into the Manufacturers Cup with a Honda product. My dream vehicle isn't a family CRV. Still a lot of work to perfect that first corner, but I've survived it. I haven't gone off track or picked up a penalty, but it is a tough one. Once you get it, I'm sure it's really easy once you get it. Now, the one thing I miss about the 458 is being able to kind of pop the brakes and manage where the nose goes, get a little nose advantage from popping the brakes. Should have been in second there for the hill climb. Corrective braking for going in too hot. Didn't take that wide enough. I think my turn-in position was about the right position there. I got far enough, but not too far into the straight before turning in. Shift to not go off the track. Let go of the brakes so I don't slide myself right off the track from holding the brakes too long. Let's see, how fast or how slow was this lap? Okay, 134.7. The Lambo, hadn't driven it in a while. I think we got a 134, about that. A little lower, a little faster. Way ahead of the last lap, so can we get this into the 133s? Ooh, didn't get the turn in right on that at all. Braked a little too early. But of course we're driving manual, so we can use engine braking as well as the left foot braking to slow the car down faster. Really got that quite a bit better using the whole track. This is going to be a fast one for me. And if you're a lot faster, good. Thank you so much for being here. Give us tips and tricks so we can get faster. Let's learn and grow together and go from zero to hero together. 134.1. I just cannot touch the time I got with the Lambo. And that is all wrong. All wrong, all wrong. Dirty, dirty. Bad. Bad stuff going on there. Can I cheat the apex that much? Let's see if we pick up a penalty. Felt very dirty, but maybe that was at the absolute limit of what you can cut it at. So that must be, oh, will it turn into a half second? Right now it must be about a quarter second slower. Pushing just a little too hard, missing the apex from going in hot. All right, chasing down our ghost. Well, that's getting faster. That's going to help on the race. That last turn, or the last big turn, that is definitely going to help on the race. That would have been faster. We were ahead of our ghost, even though we really messed up. Bungled the first lap turn. So let's see what's going on here. So Eric Robbins saying, I thought SR was sportsmanship rating. It absolutely is. You're absolutely right. And if I miscommunicated that, I'm sorry. Sorry for the confusion. Eric Robbins, welcome into the JCCR racing crew. Thank you for making it back tonight, man. Really appreciate it. Very nice looking little icon you got there. Is that an infinity? I like the color. That's like a dark silver. Very, very cool. And RSR Noog saying, guard the apex at all times. If a car hits you from behind, they will push you forward, into other traffic likely. If they hit you from the inside, they will push you sideways, which is never good. Yeah, you can survive getting pushed forward most of the time. Pretty much very rarely survive getting speared into, well, another stratosphere. All right, let's get this started. You're watching JCCR Racing. In case you've just dropped in, thank you so much. Please help the channel out, this small family business, by smashing that like button and subscribing. It's totally free and is very much appreciated. Really helps us grow. And you can check out RSR Nuganetics. I tried to find your channel the other night, and I want to subscribe, but I guess I just have to put in RSR, and I'm just not, my search isn't coming up, so my bad. But in the live chat, drop the comment where we can find you. Okay, Ricky, your boots is up in front of us. Very distracting with that beer commercial. Woo, it's a spice. Hot, 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 hot. So hot. And they're falling behind due to my skill level. These drivers are a tad bit faster. I'm a bit of a tortoise here. Tortoise driver, but the tortoise with great tips from the live chat community. And a handful of pro tips. I didn't invent them. I watch the pros, I listen to the pros, but trying to imitate those pro tips, I believe we can do quite well. So let's set 5th as a goal, because we didn't get taken out on the first lap. We're actually not starting in last, and I think we can get 5-6 positions here with safe, smart driving. My turn was a little early there. I think I could have gone a few feet more down the track. This guy's going to get unghosted on me. I do not want to blend with them. Woo. Oh, and we're getting pushed. Oh, he took the inside, pushed us out of the way. A little paint trading going on. A little boot shuffle. And I've given him a little push. Not quite a deliberate retaliation. He's just braking, I feel, too early. He was braking early. He got nervous, or he had traffic in front of him. Botzilla, spelled with an O, not a U, but driving like a Buttzilla. Oh, again, a little pushy. Oh, we're in a decent position here, but we're in the wrong. Oh no, we're in the right gear. Woo! It is spicy racing. This feels like I've been cutting hot chili peppers, and I'm now going to the washroom, and it is a spicy showdown. So I'm going to guard the apex. And oh, what a great tip from NSR. My tips are about the track with no racers on it. NSR helping us out. And Super Doofus, or Dofus, helping us out with the more competitive driving, how to deal with these donkeys coming in, punching us from behind. These dirty dogs. Big old Donkey Kong throwing out bananas on the track. I thought I wouldn't defend the apex there, because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. They can take it, pass me, and I'll get them cleanly. But I guess I'm just going to, now nothing behind me, so I don't have to defend here. This guy going super wide. Ruining our hearing with his brakes as he slid by us and out. All right, so do we have to defend? That is pretty close. He's going on. Oh no, he's following us in. We're good. Seventh is fast. That is one fast Lambo. He took that very quickly, and he's starting to close the gap with the car behind us. But we didn't take it slow. He just took it really fast, because we've created a big gap with the cars behind us. Braking just a little too early there. Now, I don't have thousands of hours in racing games, but hopefully a handful of pro tips, help from the JCCR Racing crew, the original crew, 'cause they're our first 1,000 subscribers. hopefully we can have, well, we're definitely going to have a lot of fun online. We're going to have epic battles, epic overtakes, be overtaken in epic ways as well at times. But I do believe we can climb the ladder and go from zero to hero, so please join us as this racer learns and grows, puts the pedal to the metal to go from zero to hero. So that was not my best performance on that. I don't have the muscle memory yet for that last turn, and definitely not for the first turn. My biggest issues are there. Got to work on them to get faster. But we're in 8th. Not a horrible time. A little slow. Not too bad. Not cutting that enough. Always a little worrisome because I've got a lot of time penalties from overcutting that. I was cutting into that like a hungry kid cutting into his birthday cake. Oh, just about the maximum on that. I don't think I could have taken that any faster without the time penalty. Little double down shift, hunt down these apexes. Oh, there's a car behind us. I can hear him. You can probably see him. Didn't cut that apex enough. Didn't get far enough down the track coming through that. How are we doing? Is this going to be an okay lap? Probably a high 134, low 135. Not quite closing the gap against these C and possibly some B racers up there. Mid 135. Ooh, forgetting to brake. Forgot my brakes, but it worked out. Love the 911, just like the Ferrari 458. You just have to listen to the engine to know right when to shift. A little slow through there. Oh, we've gone slow and wide. That means we'll have someone right on us, most likely. Nope, still holding the gap. Race up the hill. Well, at least we held the position. Oh, and we're going to get a freebie here. Oh, if we don't crash. Well, thanks for the push, buddy. The one time I can say that a donkey move, I'll take that. Let's see how that 1 second penalty works out. We get like kicked down a few spots now. True beginner rookie here, so don't even know what happens when you get a 1 second penalty at the end like that. Was it for the track limit, or was because I was going too slow and got ultra punted? So look at that lineup. British Mango, B for the DR, the driver speed, driver ratings B, safety rating B. So B is not great, but even worse, you got in second place B for speed, so much faster than the pack, but much more dangerous. A C rating for safety. Let's see if they've cleaned up their act and have gotten their positions from being fast or from being dirty, or a mix of both. See what's going on in the chat here. So RSR New Genetics dropping a nugget of a tip, a really good one. Guard the apex at all times. If a car hits you from the behind, they will push you forward. If they hit you from the inside, they will push you sideways, which is never good. Eric Robbins giving us some encouragement. Let's go. RSR saying GL, as in go left. New Genetics, thank you for the spell out. That does help. Super Doofus, I have an example of the first corner on my channel. Super Doofus Inc. I will check that out. Super Doofus Inc. I'll be able to remember that because that is a good name. That is very memorable. And here we got, yeah, a shout out to Super Doofus. Very, very cool. We've got Eric Robbins, Emerson, and Bot will have a lower SR for sure. Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Ricky Cheeky. Good evening, sir. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for making it in. I was just in the lobby with you. No way. Very, very cool. I'm Rez Racer. Oh, man. Awesome. 100%. I love it. Thank you so much. That's so cool that we're in the lobby together. Very, very cool because we've been chatting back and forth. Good to see you, friend. Very cool. Okay, I'm excited about that. So let's see. As always, I'll mention the credits. I wish that these races, we didn't have to go farm offline against AI to get the credits to win and buy our dream cars. I'd like to see, 5 million as a bonus for first place. And then 10th, 100 grand. So spread out some money in between, fifth place, give them $1 million. But if you hit someone really, really dirty, in the real world, you would have totaled their car and yours. 2 million per car. You're out 4 million. You need at least 3 million credits to come race online. So that way, when people are extra dirty, they have to go farm the races with the bots, with the AI. So it's like a little punishment. It's a little timeout. It's a cold shower when you're flushing red in the face. So British Mango, good job, man. You got your win and your B rating, which is pretty, dirty. It doesn't stand for Bravo in the SR safety rating, but you got it to go up. So great job. You got a clean win. Carpintero, a nice clean win as well, but kick your butts. Your B rating went down. Maybe you've had too much to drink of what's on your livery right there. Emerson M, great job, man. You moved up your B rating. Good job. And we've got our safety rating went down, and we didn't punt anyone from recollection, so I think that was from getting the time penalties. Hopefully we can hang on to our safety rating of S. It's my Boy Scout badge of honor right there. And we got Rez Racer. Awesome, man. Good to see you. And you're racing that sweet, what is that? That's the RCZ. The very cool Rez Racer. Good to see you, man. Glad we are racing together. So very cool. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get into another race. Super Doofus is farming at the moment. Very cool, Super Doofus. That is a good idea because it's always good to have, really I should have a bank balance in the game of 20 million in case a 20 million car comes around and I'm just like, I gotta have that. So Super Doofus, let me know what you're driving. Ricky Cheeky, Rez Racer, let me know what your preferred car is in general, overall. What do you feel is the most balanced car? I need help. I'm a beginner. And I know there's some pros and, semi-pros here, much faster drivers than me in the chat. And I'm only C Racer now because I know this track and I'm getting better at it, but there's so many tracks I've never even driven. So I need help to figure out what to do. Okay, so I've got just a moment for the Manufacturers Cup. Do I go Porsche? Do I go Ferrari? What's overall with the track cars coming up? What is going to be faster? I could take it easy with the NSX. I find they're so easy to drive. No errors made, but I've never gotten fast times with them. So we've got the Transformers, 458 Italia. Let's go do a few laps here with the 458 Italia because really, unless an idea that really makes me go, I didn't think of that, I'm probably going to go with the 458 Italia or the Porsche 911 for the Manufacturers Cup. Yeah, World Touring 800 payouts that are solid. Absolutely, Eric Robbins. Now, I like to super the Spa race with the one of the GR1 cars that I just tuned down to 799. So either the Nissan or the Porsche. But, you know, the old school GR1 or GT1 cars. So far, love the light feeling, love the sound off the 458. Took my eyes, my screen's just too big. Screen is big enough that if I actually start looking at, let's say, the track on the top right or the radar on the bottom, my eyes are way off the road. Guess I need to be a little nicer to the throttle. So when ChatGPT told me that the Ferrari was more difficult to drive than the 911, and it wasn't an intermediate car, it's more of an expert car, and they called the 911 an expert car, well, maybe ChatGPT was correct. That was not pretty. .911 does have a cork, and that's if you pop the brake, the nose kind of goes in. I'm just having trouble readjusting to this car. Very controllable slide for the most part. But I am going to be back in the 911. It's odd. I either can drive the 911 or drive the Ferrari 458, and I can never seem to drive the two in a short period of time. And it's like my brain just doesn't adapt. It's as if the cars are two complete opposites, even though they're both mid-engine cars. Well, we've got a beautiful livery anyways for the channel. Best looking livery. One of the best looking YouTube channel liveries made for us by Aussie Pug. The legend, the kindest Australian, and we got Mark Brendan regularly coming in and giving us great tips. And Ricky Cheeky liking the RCZ. I can understand that. I like the handling on it. It's light. It looks like an ultimate race car. Cool looks. I find the AMG great for when you're going to get pushed around. And it drives really well, but because the steering wheel the whole car feels really heavy, the steering wheel is heavy, it kind of, I don't know, I just don't like how it feels. It's really weird. It's weird to say because I just need to get used to it. Same thing, like the Corvette doesn't feel quite as heavy, I find, on the steering. But it is heavy. The Ferrari 458 feels very light, and then SX feels, I think, the lightest. And I love that aspect, that light steering wheel feeling. It gives me the confidence to go fast through corners. And the NSX just has incredible brakes. But no, the AMG it's a tank. Doesn't seem to get punted too much. I really like it for the most part, but I do prefer my mid-engine cars. I have a mid-engine. Well, the two 911s are rear engine, but the mid-engine Toyota MR2, a JDM right-hand drive, and that's over on my my Real World channel, Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. I try to get a video in there every week. There was a time when I do a live that would take about. Generally, I do a live on the news and car reviews for about 2 hours. I'd have roughly 5 to 8 stories to cover, but that required about 12 hours of work prior. And then throughout the week after that live, I'd cut my live up into little episodes, 10 to 30 minute episodes. That was a lot of work. So I used to do a show every night, essentially, from that live. Now I'm just working on doing some evergreen material, which means something that's still, relevant in a year, 2 years, 5 years. So, I just evaluated, I just tested and reviewed in the snow at night a 2025 Ford Maverick hybrid, all-wheel drive, the new Maverick. And I review different vehicles. I test drive them. and long-term review cars. I've owned over 80 cars in my life, so I figured, why don't I just start reviewing these? So I've had 3 Broncos. Just in Broncos, I've had 3 Broncos. In Mustangs, I've had well over 10 Mustangs, probably more like 15 Mustangs. I've had a few Toyota MR2s. I've had Ford Ranger, Pontiac Firebird, which is essentially a Camaro, an 85. I've had a lot of cars, a 93 Mercury, a Toyota Camry, a Toyota Avalon. Had a lot of cars, lots of Mustangs, like I said. Had a 1971 or 72 Plymouth Satellite. It's essentially a Roadrunner, but more like comfort focused. The luxury version, I guess. Gonna protect the inside, as NSR was suggesting. Set up my second turn a little better, and yeah, I got speed on them, and we're racing with Res Racer again. Howdy, buddy. Let's hold it together. Let's win together, learn and grow, and win together. So instead of battling it out, we can just, you know, follow a car and climb together. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I do know what happened. Hey, Res Racer, buddy. I was just watching the back end of that beautiful vehicle. Be cool if while I race I could chat with Res Racer, be like, hey, I'm 2 cars behind you, man. I'm coming in. Gonna go left. Don't randomly turn left. Whoa, man. Oh, cutting in right in front of us. Did a quick, didn't check his mirrors, I guess. And let me know in the comments, was that all my responsibility? I couldn't, for me it was just too late to start braking. It just happened. He just jumped right in front of me like a kid chasing his ball. Oh, I think No Limit is mad. I feel like he was coming to get me, and I turned in more to avoid a hit. He's either the one that got knocked off, or he saw me and he's like blaming me for it, and maybe it is my fault. Let me know in the oh my god. So he just completely took himself out of the race. So I'm not sure why anyone would do that, because he just pushed himself into, well, there he is. So like we just lost all sorts of time and positions. So why for the love of God? Who is this guy? The Joker? He just wants to watch the world burn? Lighting piles of money on fire. Early braking. What is going on with the garbage racing in this lobby? And maybe it's completely my fault and I'm completely wrong, but it's like, you've got your regular brake points. I don't see why you'd brake that early. Okay, so back of the pack. Let's see how much we can climb back up. My safety rating's definitely going to go down from people jumping in front of me and I can't stop in time, or people braking really early. And of course, you know, legally when you're on the road, you're 100% responsible for if you drive into someone, even if they're doing clownish stuff. So yeah, I'm 100% responsible. But gee whiz, it's like, why start braking at the 100 when the brake point is between the 100 and the 50? I'm gonna finish with I'm gonna get dropped into the A for safety rating. My safety rating is gonna go down hard. Oh, that 911, I feel he's coming for me. I went in too fast, too hard, because I was just thinking about him coming for me, and I did not want to get rear-ended off the track. Oh, that was my fault. It was me coming back on the track, not looking. This is not a pretty race. I'm going to have to take notes and learn from that error. That was 100% my fault coming back on the track. And there I'm braking at 100, which I criticized him for doing. I'm a little kerfuffled. Alright, time to get the focus back. Brake at the 50. Gotta be last sometimes, so even though this looks like it might be a last position race, not gonna rage or cry quit. I guess at this point maybe it's more of a cry quit than a rage quit. But staying happy, staying positive. When you're in the back, you get to practice the track. It's an extra qualifying lap, we'll say. And who knows, maybe we'll still pass a car, but we are way behind now. So 16th, quit out. Wonder how Res Racer is doing in this lobby. Res Racer, I hope, no, you're ahead of me, so I definitely didn't cause any crash traffic for you. I cut it too much. I cut that like a hungry kid cutting into his birthday cake. I've got a birthday coming up. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about birthday and Christmas because, well, born somewhat close to Christmas, a couple months off. And at this time of year in Canada, it's all about the comfort food. It's really cold out. We've been having a lot of, I did a testing the Maverick in like minus 20 without wind chill. With wind chill, we're at minus 27. It'll freeze the bronze balls off of a monkey, and that is not some sort of dirty, weird term. It's because on ships, naval ships, you know, the old school, old-timey wooden naval ships, what would hold the cannonballs was called a monkey, and the cannonballs were made of brass, or coated in brass. And when it got really cold, so brass balls on a monkey, when it got really cold, due to the reaction of the metal, I guess the expansion of the metal, contraction or expansion under cold, expansion of the metal, the balls would get pushed off. Hence the term, cold enough to drop the brass balls off a monkey. Not dirty at all, just cool little historical fact that I like to trip on while racing. Oh, we're taking it a little faster this time. Let's test it out. When you're in last, you get a little practice lap. Oh, turning in a little later, and that felt good. I like that. In first, can play with the throttle in the Porsche 911 because there's a lot to first. Oh, the 911 is saying, "You're getting me close to the grass. I'm not a lawn tractor company. I'm not Lambo. Get me away from that grass. I will wreck ya." Good job, Res Racer. You had a much, much, much better race than me, buddy. Oh, 134 something for that last lap. Alrighty, let's check out what's going on in the chat. Folks, if you're still watching, please, if you're watching right now, hit that thumbs up button if you're still watching after that bad performance, all those crashes. Ooh, that was a rough one, but help us out here. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and consider turning bell notifications on so you don't miss any intense battles. And we will be going from 0 to hero. Now that we went from the D class into the C class, it's like starting all over again. These cars are faster. We're racing. We're actually starting to get quickly, I think, maybe to the higher part of C, because we had a whole bunch of B class drivers in there, and usually you see that before they kick you up. But that last place or second last place will help us keep us in the C class.
Aurel Parenti, Rodrigo Parente has left the room.
Super Doofus saying, Eric Robinson asking, old NSX or new? I like both of them. I love the McLaren for how light it is. I like the handling. The steering is direct. It feels super light. It's just, no one seems to use it. It's as if currently it's slow, but it's not slow if it's the car you're comfortable with. I consider the NSX, the new NSX, as well as the McLaren, the two ultimate beginner mid-engine cars. They're the ones to get used to. It will help you. So before this disappears, let's just do a quick little review. RL Parente, great job, man. You got first, and your C rating, you're a B driver, so you're fast. But you didn't win by playing dirty. Your C rating went up, so work on that. You're doing great. Brooklyn won, son. Good job, man. C rating up, so you're faster. And your S rating stayed neutral. Great job. I know I'm going to be going down there. And now third position there with the GTR. Very good job. But your safety rating went down. And I can't really say anything because I bet mine went horrifically down. Rez Racerman, who is in the chat here under Ricky Cheeky. Good job. I salute you. Your C rating went up and your safety rating went up, and you're a fellow Canadian. Very cool, Res Racer. And let's see where we're at the bottom here. We're not even on the chart. We got to scroll down. Smells of loser down here. And second last, C rating for speed went way down and on that one. And the safety rating went way down too. But in my defense, one car cut in front of me, and it's like, what are you doing? You're doing such a sharp cut without looking at what's going on. But he didn't spear me because he was still a little bit ahead of me, so we punted him. And there was that one turn where the car just slammed on the brakes really, really early, and I just couldn't get to the brakes early enough. So that was a bad one for us. Thank you very much, Eric Robbins, for dropping us a subscribe. Really appreciate it. Oh, that was for Super Doofus. Yeah, and Super Doofus, I'm going to be dropping you a sub as well. I have to remember that. Take a mental note. Remind me. Ask me tomorrow night if I did it, because if I haven't, I'll actually do it while live. But let's see here. We need more practice here. And we can actually get in 2 laps before the next race. And while that loads, I am going to try to find the Super Doofus channel. Or Super Doofus. Super Doofus. And it's going to be racing, right? Okay, I'm going to have to look at that next. Look for that later, because I do need to try to get my two laps in here with an actual, go to global ranking, a ghost, load ghost. Try to figure out how to get these times faster and move up in the C League and survive the brutal drivers, dirty B racers. Always more to learn when racing. Flying down the straight here, waving to the empty. Oh no, there's maybe 6 people there in the stadium. Gonna get a time penalty for that. So I'm seeing how he's cutting it. His nose is at a different angle, so he's not mowing as much lawn. That little tiny strip, the little Brazilian bikini strip of grass that's in that corner. Oh no, we didn't get a penalty. Very cool. Braking to the apex. Braking all the way to the apex. Very interesting. Getting the apex. Okay, copy that. Roger that. Oh, and I came in too hot and pooched the lap. Just getting some good progress there. Wasn't that far off. I know last time I saw him run these candies, hitting up the candy like a sugar-hungry elf. Oh, I'm pushing it hard there, a little too hard. Oh, okay, see, he's a little higher up, so it means he cut the corner more, cut the apex. It's gonna be what, a 135 I've got going on here. 137 because of my mess up. Oh yeah, a high 135. Oh, that was better through turn 1 and 2. Much better. Oh, still stayed, barely stayed on. Will avoid a time penalty. Running hot, but way ahead my last lap. Didn't get that right at all for that section because we see the last lap did it quite a bit better. Maybe 0.3. Won't pooch it quite as bad. Got to get into first to rotate the car here. Use the whole track, get the tires straightened up as early as possible so I can get back to the work of accelerating. Propulsion. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. A low 134, I think, is coming up. Maybe I'm dreaming, but I think this is a low 134. Low 134, 134.2. Too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot. So let's see what's going on in the chat here. Oh, Eric Robbins, thank you so much for subbing a few days ago. Eric Robbins saying, I've got a few videos on my channel also, some on the streets in my G37 and some track stuff we did at an event thing, 911 Huracan and a 458. Very cool. So, Eric, is your channel under Eric Robbins? If so, let us know so we can go check out your channel and sub. So I will get faster. I think it's time that I drop traction control down to 1. But I'm going to try that offline and live with the embarrassment on my own. So wide, then turns in. Oh, that was fast. That was very fast. I'm not that destroyed by the Ghost. And I'm definitely ahead of my Ghosts. Yep, that was good. That was faster. That and mixing in what on the other turns, that would have been into the 133. So I'm losing all my time on that first turn. So let's see if we've got Res Racer, Radon Man, you're in 7th, starting off the grid in 7th. So Unknown starting in with a 458 Italia in 1st on the grid. We got Danny starting off in 2nd, and Indy Lambo, which we've had several races with now, that's still that 911 Porsche that was pushing us around. Had a little back and forth there. I think we might have pushed them around a little accidentally as well. So sorry about that, man. Let's see right here. Let's send out some words of kindness before the race. All right, folks, let's get into this. You're watching JCCR Racing, and if you sub it'll be free if you hit that thumbs up button. It's also going to be free, and you're going to be into the JCCR OG racing crew, where I encourage you to drop tips, help us out here. We're going from zero to hero, from beginner to the best darn driver we can be, using a handful of tips and tricks, trying out different cars, working on finding the best cars. And of course, that always comes down to consistency. It comes down to finding a car that we figure out together. What are the pros and cons of that car, and how do we match it up to different types of drivers' strengths and weaknesses? Now, the 911, you cannot bend this car to your will. It's not, you know, front engine, rear wheel drive, you can bend the car more to your will, add some gas, rotate the back end, point the car in the direction you need it to go. But these mid-engines, if you want a car that will bend to your will, take an NSX or a McLaren. Ooh, there we go, the very clean take. That was my fault if there would have been an accident, because I was turning in and he was taking the spot. Ooh, good, clean, smart racing will get us up the podium. Oh, this Lambo wants blood. I can see it and I can feel it. He's got a really cool skin. We're gonna defend the apex here. A good trick from NSR, or RSR, sorry. NSR. Oh, we're in a position to get speared. We did not go in defending that apex, hugging the inside of the apex, going slower but safer, and the radar has been turned on. Thank you, GT7. Of course, I want you playing around with my settings randomly. Learn not to try to watch what's going on at the bottom right of the screen while racing. Oh, that was faster than usual. We're getting better at this. There we go. We got the radar back. We got hope. Let's aim for a 5th position. I think we can take 5 positions with clean, smart driving and a handful of tips to get this tortoise slow of a driver, with help from the racing crew. Amazing tips from the racing crew in the live chat. Let's get up. We're just new to the C-Class, but we can climb this grid, have some epic online racing battles, and some very awesome overtakes, or be overtaken in some very interesting ways. Ooh, a little late night braking, late night braking. Woo! You're facing the wrong way, buddy. Oh, the Corvette beside us, awfully close, or whatever that is. No time to look at what's behind us, gotta focus on the present, just like in life. Don't beat yourself up about your past. I'll just risk creating depression. Plan for the future, but don't worry too much about the future, because that'll create anxiety. Live in the present. Be the best person you can in the present. Learn and grow, and the future will be better. And I'm doing YouTube. I used to be deathly scared of public speaking. I used to also just be, nervous about speaking to someone new. So I forced myself, coming out of the Army as a second lieutenant, as an armored officer in the Army for about a whopping 20 minutes, injured my back, and went into sales. I said, you know what, it's time to get over this public speaking or speaking to new people somewhat fear. Well, this race is going pretty half decent. Started Johnny's Car Care and Reviews because I was watching car videos and like, oh, this isn't true what's being said here. I'm an insider. I know that's not what Ford's up to. That's not true. Are they paid by Dodge and GM? So I started to make videos, and I said, you know what, it'll help me get over my fear of speaking to a camera and to an online audience. So here we are today. And I appreciate you being in the live chat, hanging out late night, pretty much every night of the week and weekend even. Wow. Normally if I was driving like this, I'd just be owning the D League. And now that we're in the C League with some B drivers, this is not getting me ahead. Get ahead with safe driving and when others make battle mistakes. Did that corner faster. This is good. I think we'll have good results, good feedback. Nope, 0.3 off. Oh, we're definitely holding against the car behind us. And unfortunately, now that we're C League, I hadn't signed up yet for the Manufacturers Cup. So we're going to go into the Manufacturers Cup in as a C League racer instead of a D League. D League would have had good chance of getting quite a few points. Ooh, sorry friend, sorry, did not mean, I do not want your Viper paint. You can see the grass was missing there. That means you're legal to drive there because a lot of other cars have driven there. Removing the grass, usually a good indicator that you can drive over that section. Last lap, let's work on getting our position back from this Viper. Oh, we'll be quicker through here. That Viper is looking awfully good with that livery. We were quicker, but we lost it with the gear change and lost it on going on and off those candies. Oh, he's going on the inside. We might get speared, but he is a clean racer. Thank you, man. Nice to have a nice little clean battle going on here. Oh, he's going on that side. I guess I'll defend the inside here. Oh, and I go wide. That's bad of me. I cut him off. Sorry, mate. Surprised the pack is this close together on the last lap. Look at all this traffic. Nice to see that. Nice to see it packed up. Ooh, this car, Ferrari 458's coming on us hot. Will we hold? We held. Whew. Oh, we're back. The B racers are out. Those, I guess that's only because we're getting close. If we would have done well on 3-4 races, we would have been pushed maybe more, a little more. Would have maybe been pushed into the B League, but now the B racers are gone. Aussie Pug, good day, mate. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Oh, awesome. Yes, a 458 GR3 in the garage. That is awesome. So I could go into the Manufacturers Cup with the Talia. Well, hopefully we get to keep our liveries. Maybe they take our liveries off. I don't know. I would think we get to keep them. I hope so. I hope so. I love these liveries. Really, really love them. And being that it's 11:30, let's run through this and show people how they can get amazing liveries. So we've got unknown up there at the top. Your safety rating went up, and your C-speed rating went up. Good job, mate. Airmail King, good work in the Huracan. You've got the Huracan in third. It is the meta, and the 911 is very quick on this as well. Good job, Indy Lambo. And Res Racer in fifth. Good job, buddy. Good to see you up there, friend. Good race, and Res Racer giving me a good message here. If he checks out the live again, he'll see...
Res Racer 10 has left the room. B. Kostecki, Bilko 06 has left.
Great racing, and my safety rating went up there. That feels good. That's nice to see. So Aussie Pug, you're a pro at this. Let me know for the racing I've been doing for the Manufacturers Cup. What would your vote be? Do I stick with the 911 or do I go with the unattainability in the real world of the Ferrari 458 and just race 458? I will need to readjust. My brain drives the 911 and the Porsche, the 458 Ferrari and the 911. When my brain gets adjusted to one, I can't drive the other. I can't drive both. It's like one or the other. It's as if they're complete opposites. So we got to figure out what we're going to do for the Manufacturers Cup. Let us know in the comments what you'll be driving and what you suggest that I drive. And let's head over to look at where we can check out awesome liveries, because ChatGPT didn't help me at all finding this. I wasn't rarely, I usually love it. 911 either way, it needs an oil change. So this is where you go to change your oil. Oil was worn. We certainly won't take time to wash the car, because what difference does that make? Alright, let's throw on the Ferrari that we love and get this new livery and show everyone where they can get their liveries at. Go into the garage here. Throwing on a little 458. Wouldn't this be something in the real world, having a 911 and a Ferrari 458 in your garage? Whew. That would be something. So it's going to be bye-bye to the Transformers. And hello, JCCR Racing livery. But if you like my Transformers livery, I didn't build it, I didn't make it, but you just need to go to load style. And I know your brain's telling you you don't have any styles to load. I don't have any style. Look at how I'm dressed. But if you like that right there, I don't blame you. I think it looks great. But we're going to switch. You go over to content search. Drop in what you're looking for. Thank you so much, Aussie Pug. I know this is going to be incredible. Content search. Oh, wow. Okay, very, very, very cool. Yes, so if you type in JCCR, you can have a JCCR livery, but you can also put in any keywords. Police, you'll get a police livery. Fire truck, dragon, flame, bumblebee, transformers, superheroes, and you're going to get all these awesome liveries to pick from. But that is an absolutely incredible. Love the JCCR on the doors in big. The Thrustmaster TGT2 that I'm using, JCCR on the back, Group 3 because that's what I love to race. Ferrari down on that beautiful curb. I love how the lights are kind of, there's a nice like pop up of the lights and the body follows it. The Canadian flag, very, 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 very cool. Potenza tires, that is awesome. I actually love Bridgestone. Bridgestone owns BF Goodrich, and for the truck tires that I prefer, my favorite truck tires are BF Goodrich KO2s. You can run those in the snow, the mud, in town, all over, and they're super, super durable. But that is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I am applying that. I'm saving that. I'm going to save it so that I know it's the JCCR one, but visually I can always find it. Thank you so much, Aussie Pug. You are the best in the world as far as I know. I haven't seen everyone's liveries, but when I compared all the other liveries I had shopped and looked at, you do create the world's best liveries in my opinion. So let's see what people are going to be driving. The livery on the Porsche was nice. Yeah, it's very, very nice. But that is also absolutely incredible. Incredible. So Aussie Aussie Pug saying, yeah, you can use your liveries, but they put the number in stupid places. Yeah, probably over the JCCR Racing. Aussie Pug might go BMW, but you're going to do a little bit of practice with the DBR9. Very cool, unusual. Ricky Cheeky, I'm using the Lambo for the Manufacturer's Cup. Smart man, great vehicle. Yeah, Eric Robbins, you're right. That is incredible work. If you also keyword JCC ROP, that will be all deliveries from me only. Oh, very cool. JCC ROP. Let's test that out. Oops. JCCR overpowered OP. Okay, so for per car, it's going to pop up everything that you've built for JCCR. That is so cool. Very, very, very cool. Really appreciate it. Love the style. Just absolutely love it. I'm pretty used to the 911, and I've done a lot of racing the 458, so the Manufacturer's Cup, I might very well go with the Porsche, or I just need to re-practice the Ferrari 458 because I was just getting destroyed. I couldn't keep it on the track, but I went through a phase of that with the 911. So my tip is, why not farm getting ready for the Manufacturer's Cup? Why not farm it out? We know what the races are going to be, and we can't practice yet. So tomorrow, instead of spending the week doing a lot of races in race B, I think I'm going to hit up the Manufacturer's Cup without hitting the Manufacturer's Cup. Event schedule, I'm going to note that I need to race Suzuka, Daytona, Circuit, and Autodromo. Plenty of practice there this week, that's for sure. And I'm just going to go hit it up over here in the World Circuits. And, find Suzuka circuit, drive it up. Spa, it's in Europe, find it, race it. But for example, Spa can get a whole lot of practice at once by going into the World Touring Car 800, making money. But if I want to be pushed and challenged more, need to go into the GT Cup GR3. It's 5 laps and it's 125,000 credits. I'm only at 5.2 million credits. It will be good. Philness, hey man, welcome. Glad to see you, buddy. Philness, thank you for making it back into the live chat. We're just finishing up the night here because here it's 11:30, and we've had a rough night. It's been a rough one. There's been lots of blood left on the track, you could say. And let's see, 34 seconds in the Ferrari. Why not one last one? Let's see if I can race the Ferrari here. Oh, GT7, how I love playing the mechanic. I feel so macho virtually changing those tires. Thank you so much. Philness, it is good to see you. Don't race Sundays. All the tryhards playing today. Love it. Love the term tryhards. Throwing out some hearts there to the comment. Love it, Philness. Love it. So Aussie Pug, very, very cool here. We're starting at the back, the pack. Let's see what we can do with the 458. No time to warm up. Ooh, getting a little sore here in this scrapyard seat, which actually is probably more comfortable than if I was on that old semi-race seat. So we got all S ratings. Oh no, we're back to racing with Bs. Look at that at the top of the list. Nova with a DR rating of B, so he's fast, but choice words starting with C is what would describe his unsafe driving, so we'll call it clown driving. And you've got Emerson up there with a C rating as well. Frank up there with a D rating. Wow. D rating. So they're fast and very, very dirty. So good luck Good luck to the grid. We've got Res Racer up in 7th with his 132.9 qualifying lap. We're in here with our 133.7. So at the back of the pack, let's try to survive it. Yeah, I've got a good bunch now of JCCR. It's really awesome. And yeah, no, Philness, the community really is helping us improve. The community is wonderful. I love you guys, man. You really took on the whole let's learn and grow together, and you've been amazing coaches and mentors. So much learning. I'm only covering the real basic tips to really help rookies and beginners, and you guys are taking it up to another level, helping us out with break points, drive lines, defensive driving. Survived what normally would have been some unbelievably frustrating races, but defending the apex, really been helpful. It's really been awesome, and I hope more people subscribe so that they can learn from the JCCR racing community. Love how this thing goes through the gears, accelerates fast. When are people going to start braking? I don't feel like driving to the back of cars. Oh, the 458 feels so good. Oh, going super oddly through that corner. Very odd. Not fashionable at all. I guess I'll go in on the inside here. Oh, Lambo's leaving me some room. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Oh, big old push. We just got speared, but kept it in our own stratosphere. Oh, very clean going through there. Everyone is clean. I guess I'm the one that was in the attack position, and I'm trying to be a clean, smart racer. We got a shark behind us, and it's making me shart my pants. Woo, I've sharted. Oh, a little shart there as I get pushed. Oh, brother. It's hot and spicy it's saucy tonight. It's a hot sauce. .458. Love the colors on this. Love the colors of the livery on the 911. 911 isn't just attainable. I own two, and you can check those out on Johnny's Car Care and reviews. And the .458 is in the unobtainability realm. I don't know why the 458, maybe it's the screaming engine, it feels so much faster. My buddy has a 911 like us, but he doesn't have, he has the original, one of the original motors. It's just a 4-cylinder, no turbo. And the Toyota's 2.2 liter engine with like 150 horsepower or something. And I was like, well, instead of spending 50 grand on a turbo engine, which you're still going to find slow, ooh, that was bad. I said, why not just add more exhaust? So I think the 458 feels loud because it follows my rule of thumb of want to go faster mentally, but don't actually go faster, but save a lot of money. Just throw on a nice sounding headers, exhaust, and whatnot. Straight pipe that thing. You'd say huck to straight pipe that thing. Hakta has disappeared since the crypto issue. Making a meme coin and maybe worried about legal action or punitive measures. Oh, we're going through fast. This is but we're going too fast. The pack's too slow there. Sorry, Indy Lambo. My bad, man. My bad. That was all my bad. I was just smoking through there. Oh, lots of penalties here. These people are, stressing me out. with their wild, reckless pack animal behavior. Who's a dog? Who's a donkey? I don't know, but they're all dirty. Woo! And they're going through here slow. What's going on, man? Are you guys deliberately driving slow? Are you trying to get hit? My goodness, you're playing in traffic, boys. Take your soccer ball off the streets and go play in the fields. There he goes. He goes and plays in the fields, using the force to get what I want, I guess. And then, look, it's like, Travis, man, are you deliberately trying to get hit? It's like they've made it a game of, I'm going to get everyone a penalty. I think they want to be rear-ended. They're like that. I think that's how that's their thing. They want to be rear-ended. Braking like I went super late into that corner. Woo! Oh, you never know when they're gonna. Oh, come on, man! Emerson, what a dog! No need for that. We've got no blood. Woo! Dirtiest of dogs. Everything to prove. Trying to get out of Dodge. Man, I am in the dirtiest pack of wolves here. These sharks are making me shark. Oh, we've got a cry quitter. Cry quitter's out. Oh, I'm happy Indy Lambo, still a clean driver, despite the adversity, and I'm following him. Oh my goodness, I followed him, but handled the... That could have been us, man, guys. That could have been us. Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, we're having quite the battle here. It's a war zone. I think we're playing Call of Duty. I didn't know I loaded up Call of Duty. Woo! Need to go through here in first. I don't know why I was in third. That's, like I said, I've sharded. A little un petit pet nerveux. I actually think the Lambo probably cry quitted, but after the punt he gave us, I felt like calling it a cry quit. My channel, our rules. Slow lap, dealing with all that honky-tonk garbage driving. Oh, I cut that wrong. That was way off. Wasn't even close to being on the candies. Yep, I deserve that one. Teacher, I have been bad. Oh yeah. Ooh, gotta watch out. This is not a landscaping vehicle. It's not the Nissan GTR or the Supra. Both are unbelievably great in the grass. It's wild. They're more Ford F-150 than race car. And once you take them on the grass, it's what it feels like. Oh no, I forgot I had that penalty. No, Indy Lambo's gone. I like racing with that guy. Those were slow laps. Those were very slow laps. Oh, Res Racer! First place, yeah buddy, good job, right on man. That's in our live chat, and not in our live chat obviously while he's racing, but he's in and out of our live chat as Cheeky, Ricky Cheeky or Res Racer. Great job man, you got first, way to go man. I'm happy for you. Let's see here. I want to drop a congratulations and run through the tableau, the grid. Where's the congratulations?
Jinsaku man has left the room.
How do I write here? Oh, and then you pick a name up here. I'm so new at this.
Snooze, Mr. underscore snooze underscore has left the room. Big Stoop, Furious Stooge has left the room. Salute. Dirty.
There you go. Incredible race. Salute there. Good job. Wow, Res Racer. Good job. I'm really, really happy for you. So you got first place. Way to go. 4J Racer in second. Dravilius down there. Oh, they're in third. Not down there. We're down there. Let's see where we're at. We're down there in 10th, and we got beaten up so bad, and that's not why our safety rating went down. Our safety rating went down, I think, because of the penalties we picked up driving off the race. Oh no, we did punt one guy, but there's braking. It's wild. I had predicted. I said it looks like these guys are brake testing each other. It really looks like their goal is to get other people penalties. And that's exactly what they did to us a few turns later. So yeah, that was wild what was going on there. Full out battle going on. But love the livery. Let's see what the live chat has to say here. Yeah, Aussie Pug, that was carnage. Eric Robinson, very smart advice saying stay clean, ignore Emerson. And that's one of the handful or two of tips I like to say on this channel. Race clean, don't retaliate. And race clean means sometimes you can think, oh, I'm going to get a permanent position by putting someone to the back. No, they'll come back and hunt you down often, or someone else will retaliate for them. But often you go to hit someone and you hit them a little wrong and you could bounce right off and end up in the wall yourself. Now, Philness is considering streaming too with PS Camera. I'm using a PS Camera, by the way, and the camera would be half decent. The reason my image is a little lower quality is because of the lighting. During the daytime, the videos come in a lot better, but I have 2 extra lights, but really, the one overhead, I can't turn it on. It creates glare for me to see, but if I put that LCD lighting, not great for the health, but LCD lighting would definitely help. Go to Showcase, JC, and keyword JCROP, and all the liveries will pop up, and then you can collect the M6 Sprint and load it up later when you're in the car. So let's show the community how to do that. Ricky Cheeky, your SR went down. That's okay, man. You got first. I'm happy for you because we're fighting it out. Those were some really, really, really dirty lobbies that we've been in recently. Okay, the lighting looks good. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And I'm not too sensitive, so if you guys have something to say, it's okay. Like, I'll take it as constructive criticism. So we'll go down to GT Auto, French, JG. It's all mixed up. Now, let's not get mixed up. Let's find out these liveries. So let's see where we go. We go down to go to Showcase. Oh, Showcase. So we're not in the right place. So Showcase would be off to the left here on the main map. So we got the Showcase here. That's the little magnifying glass. And we're going to go to probably content search. And we've got J. And you can also search other things in here too. Very, very cool. Oh, there's a second Lambo skin. And I do prefer this second Lambo skin. That is incredible. That is absolutely that's sharp. So now let's see where I would go. So we load it up. Load up. Where is the load up? Not going to report you. Report you for being the best artist. Maybe it's down here where the camera is blocking. Very, very cool. I'm going to throw that on. And I'm not finding load up, but I will actually load the Lambo tomorrow and add it in. And I really want to see the other the other skin for the BMW, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, just JCCR. Let's try that. Right, content search. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, so we've got right here the BMW. Not quite seeing it. Squirrel 86 making us putting out a livery. Very cool. Thank you very much. I love these JCCR liveries. They're really, really fashionable. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on this offline. I'm gonna wish you all, it's almost midnight here. I'm gonna wish you all more cars and more power. Thank you for all the help. We started at 0, and now out of 10, we're at a 2 or a 3, and we're moving up to a 10 with all the help from the JCCR racing community. And if you want to join the racing community, it'd be greatly appreciated if you're within the first 1,000 subscribers. You're part of the OG JCCR racing crew, where we put the pedal to the metal and where we try to test out all the cars, because I wish you and myself more cars and more power. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the help. If you've got a growth mindset and you want to learn and grow, you're at the right place. You're at JCCR Racing. We've got some of the kindest racing community people here. Thanks again. I've had a lot of fun, friends. And until tomorrow night, take care. I'll see you all tomorrow night.